Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial by Shayna's Home DIY and Crafts. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I built this bed from scratch. You heard that right. Yes, I did build this bed from scratch. It's been a long one coming, but I'm finally done and I just want to share it with you guys. So stay tuned. So here I went up to the Lowe's and I picked me up 2 pieces of MDF board. Well, yeah, particle board. I thought I was picking up MDF until these guys over here at Lowe's told me it was particle board because it was only the cheapest. It was $37 a piece. So I got those. I brought it up to the cutting station and I had the guys cut down to my measurement. Guys, if you are watching and you're interested in building this bed, I'm going to be having the measurements in a pin comment, okay, and all the material that I use, okay, it's going to be in the description box below, so go ahead and check that out, okay. So here I have went up to the Lowe's. I got me 2 pieces of particle board. They were $37 a piece each. Then I got me 6 pieces of 1 by 2. Yeah, they're 1 by 2. 6 pieces of 1 by 2. So now I'm home and I am building the frame. So I started off and I really want this bed to be high. So what I did for my measurement, if you guys notice, I don't have a tape measurement yet. If you are new, welcome. Shayna barely use a tape measurement. And if you're not new, you already know what time it is, your girl eyeball. However, for this one, I did use a little bit of tape measurement. I did have to do some measurement because I don't want to have a bed that's crooked, okay? So, anywho's, what I did, how did I know how tall I wanted this headboard? I have no idea. All I did was take one piece of this 1 by 2 and measure it against the bed, one of the bedroom window in the room that the bed I was going to make the bed, which is this room. So I measure it and then I mark with my pencil and then I cut. And then what I did was measure the other one on top of that one and then cut. So and that's how I end up with the height of the bed. So now I have the 6 pieces of wood, right? 2, 4, yeah, whatever, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 pieces here. 7 pieces of wood. And after I figured out how high I want it, then of course I went online and I also have a king size bed, which is my current bed in my bedroom. I got the measurement. I went with my tape measurement, measure my bed in my room, and I also went online to get the measurement of a king size bed, okay, because I'm making a king size bed here. So once I did so, look at me, I have my tape measurement in this video. Okay, so once I did all that measurement, I went ahead and create the frame. Again, I will have the listing pin comment with the measurements. Okay, so I cut the wood and start screwing it up. So that's not screwing it up like screw it up, but screwing it together. That makes more sense than screwing it up. So putting together. So using my tape measurement to make sure I have perfect space in between. Plus, I also use my tape measurement and measure where the guys at Home Depot had cut down the particle board for me. So I make sure those pieces in the middle will help to hold the board when it joined, okay? So that's what's going to hold it together. So after I finish with my measurements and everything, I'm using 2.5 inches screw to go through these, and I'm using wood screw, not exterior. I'm doing so much stuff outside. I'm thinking the wrong thing. So then again, I measure again and I measure again. See, anybody, you're going to be proud to see me using my tape measurement. So I want to make sure that everything is nice. So here I am. These are the board. I'm in my garage, and these are what the board looked like that the guys cut down for me at Home Depot. Thanks. Big up yourself, John. Big up yourself for helping me out with this wood. So here I am again with the tape measurement, did the measurement, and I went outside to cut that. And I think it's 80. When I'm cutting right there is 80 inches. But again, I will have the measurement of the width of the bed and the size. So here I am. I'm using my little ruler over there after I did my measurement and make my mark to draw a straight line. Okay, well, I felt like I needed something longer, so of course I'm going to use the level. So I use a level to draw a straight line and put that back up. So now what I'm going to do here, I have my clamp and I use the clamp to hold my my level on a straight edge. I did have the rigid cut guide over there, but I said, let me try this method. Again, you guys know I don't have a table saw, so I learned this method and I'm trying it for the first time. And guys, let me tell you, this was everything, okay? So I'm happy I did do a few research and watch how to cut wood. So I'm so excited. I'm dancing because it's my first time cutting wood like this, okay? Because I just always thought I needed a table saw. So I was doing other research of how I can cut wood. They have the rigid cut over there that I bought that I really didn't have to buy it because Here we go. I use a circular saw with a straight edge and cut. So I'm just using the broom to sweep off all the dust because I am going to be taking this inside. Guys, whenever you're cutting your wood, if you decide on making this bed, please make sure you put glasses on. I was trying to cut this without my protective eyewear, and I tell you, the dust from the wood just like literally was just like going right into my eyes. So now I struggle with it. I brought it upstairs, and unfortunately, I'm making the bed in the wrong room. I'm making the bed in the wrong room, guys. You don't want to know. What I see, the thing is, the room that the bed was supposed to be in needed to be cleaned up from the master bathroom, working on the tile cutting and everything. So it was dirty with the walls and everything. And I just wanted to make the bed, but I wasn't ready to clean the wall because I still have more stuff to do. So I said, but I just want to make the bed. So I decided to make it in here. Come to find out, I didn't take the measurement of the door, so I couldn't get the bed head. I couldn't get the headboard out of the room because it was taller than the door. Oh my goodness! I started praying, but God did come through and He helped me to. Plus, it's heavy, and I took this out of this room by myself. Oh my God! Thank you for grace. Thank you for strength. It was not easy. This was hard. It was really hard. I've done a lot of stuff myself, but it was hard to bring this headboard. It was heavy, very heavy from one room to the other. So, anywho, you see, that's all I'm doing. I'm just taking my screw. Again, I'm using 2.5 inch screw, and I'm just going on each side and putting 2 screws on each side. Then I will go in the middle where it's joined and put more screw. See how I go in the middle right there and put more screw? Because this bad boy ain't going nowhere. It's not going to fall apart. And it's so strong. Look at me. I can walk on it. I'm 150 pounds and I can walk on it. So here I have a piece of 1x6, that leftover piece of wood from my fireplace. And I decided that I'm going to, after I put the foam down, guys, foam are so expensive. So what I did for this foam is a 2-inch foam mattress stopper. It was cheaper to go on Amazon and bought myself a mattress topper, but make sure it's foam and it doesn't have gel in it. Okay, don't buy the gel one if you're going to do what I do, because the foam is very expensive. I went up to the Joann's fabric shop. Man, if I didn't buy the fabric already, I wouldn't build the bed. How expensive the foam are. So use my brain, went on Amazon, and it took me a long time to find foam without gel, because I think the foam and gel topper is what's in. But I did found it, and I'm excited. I found a queen size one. I probably should have bought a king, but guess what? It works out, so life is good. So I'm happy I didn't spend my money to buy the king. Again, this is a king size bed, and I bought a queen size memory foam topper, and it did work, and I have leftovers. So here I have a piece of 1x6 and a Sharpie, and all I'm doing, guys, is measure it, taking the Sharpie, mark a line and where I want to make my cuts. Each line represent I'm going to cut. Now, there's one thing I can say to you guys. If you guys ever decided making this bed, one thing I would say when it comes to this part, put your foam on the board first, then mark after. Don't mark. What I did, I mark it first, and then I secure the foam. I think it would be better if I should do anything different with this. I would put the foam on first and then mark after, because it may not goes on as you want it to, and then you got to remark, and then you may, at this point you get distracted or sidetracked or confused with so much line. So here I am. I have a adhesive spray for foam. It's the Gorilla one. I just got it up at your local Lowe's Home Improvement store. I pay like $12 for that. Okay, you could get it on Amazon. It's the same $12. I bought it in store because I get it the same day. It's the same price. I did the research. I've been trying to make this bed since spring. Like I say in my video, I hope this girl is watching this video to see this bed, because she subscribed to my channel when I was in Joann's Fabric, all because she wanted to see how I was going to make the bed. It was springtime. Here it is. It's now fall, going on to winter, and I finally made the bed. So I used the Gorilla spray. No, this thing smells really bad. It's strong. So what I did close off the door so I don't get this smell in the hallway. However, I have 2 windows in this room. I did open the windows, and as you guys can see, I'm wearing an N95 mask, and my dog is downstairs. So I had to close the door off so the smell doesn't escape out there. Me and my dog, we represent each other. We both have allergy. So after I spray that down, I kind of crawl around on the foam. You've seen what I just did to secure it. So what happened is, because this was a queen size foam and the bed is a king size, I had to patch at the end. So right out the end there, I patch it. I use tape and stuff and hold it together. You guys keep watching, you'll see that edge where it patch. So like I say, you see how now I'm going to cut the foam, and it's a little, if you probably can't see it on the camera, but it's a little off from how I put the foam down, because remember, once you put the foam down with that spray adhesive, it's going to stick. So make sure it's in the right spot. So I feel like right in the middle, you can't really see good. You can't really tell. You can see like the lines are a little like pulling towards me. Instead, like I feel like I could have straightened out the middle a little bit. You can't see a gap, but for some reason there is a gap. You can't see it. And how I know there is a weird gap in between the sponge and the wood is because the lines are not straight anymore, and they were straight lines that I made. So anywho's, I have that little box cutter or knife cutter, whatever that is. I got it in a toolkit that I purchased from Temu. I'm obsessed with tools. I just keep buying. I didn't need it, but I bought it. But anywho's, I did end up using it, and I went ahead and I cut through. Okay, I just make sure it's sharp and everything, and I cut through. If you don't have that, guys, you could use a kitchen knife, a big kitchen knife. And I'm sorry that this video is going so fast. If you guys notice, this video is 43 minutes long. So far, it's 43 minutes long. It could get longer, it could get shorter, okay? And I have to do time lapse because you guys would just not have time to see it. And I didn't really want to skip any step because, half of the time I hate watching videos that the steps are skipped because then you have to ask the creator question, and half of the time they don't get back to you, or when they do get back to you, you're way past your time that you want to hear from them. So anywho's, let me get back on track. I cannot talk as fast as I'm working. This video is sped up times 6. Some part is times 6, sometimes part 7. So as you guys see what I did, I use my knife and make the line. First I make the line with the wood. Then I use my knife and I cut to make sure it's straight. So once I'm done, I'm doing a tucking method. And I like this method because I watched this one lady on YouTube about a channeling board. It's not like this, but she said it's better to do the tuck versus stapling it in, because if you make mistake, you could pull it out and start over. If you want to change the bed in the future, you could always take that off and use the fabric again. Guys, this fabric, I paid $750 for 6 yards. So the total amount of fabric I used was 6 yards, and I got it from Joann's Fabric. And they had 30% off, and it cost me that much. I wish you guys could see this fabric in person. The camera does not do it any justice. And on the inner side of the fabric, it has a piece of protective plastic. So let's say you have kids or anything and they spill stuff on it. It doesn't go through on your foam. It's going to stain the outer part of your fabric, but that plastic piece inside protect it from going further. And then I'm assuming then with all these cleaning stuff nowadays, you can clean that off. I don't have any kids or anything, but you never know for the future. Anywho, I'm using an electric staple gun. I do have compressor here gun, so if you have that could use too, probably faster. This did work pretty well. This one I got it from Amazon. My dog hate the compressor, so I decided not to use that. So what I did halfway. You guys can see I did half away to with the fabric. Yeah, guys, so what I did in order, the fabric is long this way, so I did the first half of the bed, as you guys can see, and then I just kind of like go ahead and I'm going to pull and tuck and staple. So what I did, I wish I probably should have slowed this part down, but all I'm doing is I'm folding and making sure I'm pulling really tight, and when I fold upwards so it look folded in the same direction. I didn't fold downward because the fabric, I'm pulling it back up to the top of the headboard. That's going to be the top of the headboard I did first. So if you notice, you see how I fold it right there. Look at that. I fold it and pull it under and make sure it's tight enough, and then I staple. Okay, and then make sure everything is tight. So that's all I'm doing. Make sure you fold them all in the same direction, and I did it upward because it's going upward. Guys, this bed is a simple, easy bed to make. It's way easier than you think, okay? The only problem is, I would say, the only problem I had, again, my problem is always I need help. I didn't need help to cut anything or to lift anything. My problem was I needed help I built the bed in the wrong room. So that's what I did wrong. I built the bed in the wrong room, so I needed help to take it out to put it in the right room, which I don't have, and I make it work by the grace of God with strength, who grant me strength. So now I am attaching the bottom half here. So all I did is I fold an extra piece of fabric in that loop. Okay, so extra piece, I didn't just put the dead single piece. I fold the extra piece, one on top there, and I'm pulling in. All you're doing is pulling and tucking. And as you pull and tuck, you make sure it's straight. So that's all I'm doing. Pull, tuck, pull, tuck, pull, and tuck. And that's all I'm doing. If I ever feel like I make a mistake, you could always pull this out and redo it. However, I didn't. It was that easy. Literally, one of the easiest project I've worked on, except it's it's heavy. Guys, it's heavy. And then what makes it worse is I have lighting in the room that's really low. See how low that light is? so I couldn't really get to it. So after I did that pull, tuck, and staple, I put it up to stand up, and then I'm using my other manual stapler, which I feel like is more heavy duty, because that stapler did work, but it has light staples. It didn't, to me, I needed heavy one that pow, pow, pow to hold it in. Heavy staplers that seems like nail. So I was using my handheld stapler there to hold those in place. So after I put it up, now I'm trying to turn it. That's the only problem I have. The bed is heavy, but you really don't need that. You could make this bed in a day, believe it or not. It took me a longer time because I work on it when I feel like. Okay, there was no rush here. I did some today. You guys know I work nights. So I did some when I get home from work. I did some when after I sleep and wake up. So like right there, I'm doing it after I got out of work. I did a little bit. I decided I'm going to do all this split part, put it up. So see how the struggle is really here. This is the only problem I have. It's me alone and no one is close by to help. So the bed almost fall down. The light is too low. A bunch of crap in the corner and everything. So this is where I left off for the day, went to bed, yada, 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 wake up, get ready, go to work, come back some other day and work. So the problem is, the thing is, I put the mattress, even though I had the measurements, I put the mattress in the space to make sure that I'm on the right track before I start doing the sides. So I did those two sides, shove the mattress in there, do that, and that what it is. So now I'm going to show you guys how I make the signs. This, not the signs, sorry, the sides. I'm currently making a lot of signs, so that's why. So I'm going to show you guys literally how I make those two pieces of sides, because I got to make the same thing for the bottom half of the bed. So here I am again, come home from work, and we have the bedding, and I cut those pieces down. I'm going to have the measurement again. I think that part is 81 inches long, the foot, because the width of the bed is 81 inches wide and the length is 76. 81 by 76. That's the bed. Okay, 80 by 76. But I make it an inch more, so I put it to 81 and 77. Again, I will have the measurement in the description box below. So anywho's, I'm using the spray adhesive, and I didn't want the side to be puffy, so I didn't use the mattress topper here. I got this batting from Joann's Fabric on sale. I got it for 30% off. So all I'm doing here is I'm just folding it a couple of times so I get that thickness that I'm looking for. Cut off the excess that I don't need, and then I like again, I use my Gorilla Glue. I went up to the Walmart because guess what? That staple gun that I got from Amazon, I ran out of staple and I went to buy staple, but apparently it has to use a special type of staple. So I would have to buy the staple from Amazon, which is going to hold me back. So what I did, I just go to Walmart and bought one that I could, and buy the staple same place in house that I could use, and decided that I'm going to send that one back to Amazon. Okay. I don't know yet, but I think I'm going to send it back. So here I am again with the fabric. You got to make sure in order to not waste fabric, you got to use your fabric wisely, guys. So that's why you see when I was putting on the headboard, I didn't cut anything or anything. You got to use your brain. You have to use common sense. And this fabric is not cheap, $150 a yard. Okay. It's not cheap. So you got to be smart how you cut it and how you use it, because you don't want to waste anything. Okay. And then again, you can't join it. You can't join this fabric. It's going to show. Okay. So be smart and be wise how you use your fabric. You don't have to use this same fabric I use. Okay. You could use whatever, but whichever fabric you're going to use, make sure you're smart enough. Now the stapler that I got from Walmart, I didn't like it. Now, for some reason, the staples don't go through all the way. I have to use my hammer and bang it in to get it more. So, I can't win. I could use the manual, but the amount of staple you're going to use, your hands are going to kill you. And I tell you, I've carpal tunnel and I've been using my hands all summer. Can't do it anymore. So I decided to just staple and use the hammer and knock it in, because you know what? Again, I could have, that air compressor is heavy as hell to bring from the garage upstairs. That's one. Two, it makes that pow pow sound, and the brrrr of its generation compressing, and the dog hates that sound. And it's so I don't ever bother with it. So anywho's, and just to show you guys, you don't need a hair compressor. You could use a manual, you could use these. And this was pretty reasonable at Walmart. I think it was $37. My only problem is you have to use the hammer, and some of the staple don't go all the way in. So that's all I'm doing. So you see how I'm using my fabric wisely. See how I wrap it on? I have a little piece left over right there. It's going to have to be cut off. It can't use anywhere, so whatever. So that's just that. So the same way I'm making this piece here is the same way I make the two side piece. The same way how you seen me cut the in the garage and cut the other piece is the same way how I cut these pieces, okay? So I'm not going to repeat in myself as I'm repeating history because again, the video is pretty long and I don't want to bore you guys to death. So here I'm folding the corners. When you're doing your corners, you want to make sure you make that fold nice and neat because you don't want to have it all bulky and buffed out and not sitting down right and look like you made it. You don't want this bed to look like you make it. You want this bed to look like a machine make it, okay? Which looks like I am a machine. I think I'm a machine. What do you guys think? Type in the comment section if you're not new here, because you guys know if you're not new here, I'm always at it. People always say, when do you find time? Do you do vacation and stuff? I sure do. I do make time for myself. But this is what I do for fun. This is how I wind down. This is how I keep my head clear. You know, everybody, some people likes to read to keep their head clear. Some people likes to go out for a walk. Some people likes to go biking. This is what I do for my clearance of the head. Okay. Okay. So now I have all the parts together. It's time to take the bed into the room that it's supposed to go into. And I'm telling you, problem. Can't get it in there. So I decided I'm going to make the wings in this before I take it to the master room. So again, it's another day. You see, I'm wearing something else. Sleep, woke up at this point. Apparently, I'm wearing PJs, but I'm sorry if you don't like what you see me wearing. Please go watch another video. Me, I'm not going to dress up to come and shoot staple gun in here. No, that don't make no sense. I'm not going to do that. That's nonsense. This is hard work and I'm doing it by myself. I will be comfortable in my own home. Sorry, if you don't like it, then it's sorry. I'm sorry. But that's just me. I want to be comfortable. So here I am making the wings. And you guys seen, I used the batten and I wrapped it around 3 times to give me the fluff. Because again, I'm not using the foam. If you want, you can go up to the store and buy 1-inch foam instead of 2-inch. You can buy 2-inch if you want. Depends on how big you want your bed to be. I don't want this bed, the bed to take up. I don't want this bed to be all big and bulky and take up all the space. That's the purpose of making a custom bed. So you get something that looks different and something that fit your space. I didn't want it to be all big and bulky. My bed in my room right now is a king size. I have that bed for 10 years. And yeah. So here I am showing you guys. These are some 1x2, yeah, that I painted. I'm going to share it with you guys. The paint for that I use for the arm. I mix 4 different paint to get the color. So I will take pictures and put in the video so you can see the paint color. So this is my bedroom. And if you haven't seen that fireplace video, please go ahead and check that out. So the first thing I built in this room was the fireplace. So this is the room. Finally got it cleaned out. So now I struggle and I brought the bed in here. So now I am going to use these bracket or brace, whatever you call them, to hold the bed together. These are Simpson strong. I use these on some of these on my bar. If you haven't seen that video as well, you can go ahead and check those out. It's going to be in the description box below and also in the iCard above. So these are leftover screws from putting on the roof on my bar. So I decided I'm going to use these because I'm not going to spend any more money, and they were the perfect size to get through the wood. I said, no, I'm not. No, this thing cost me. So far, I spent $1,700 to build this bed. $1,700. I know somebody's going to say, what? You could have buy a bed for less. I know I could buy a bed for less. And really, I don't need a bed. I have a whole king-size bed in my room. I just like to make. Okay. And I want my room to be customized. So I decide everything I'm going to make. The bed, the fireplace, the nightstand, yada, yada, yada. But I really don't need a bed. But I can make and I can do, so I do. So somebody's going to say, $1,700 so far for this bed. You could buy a bed for cheaper. Yes, I could. But guess what? I won't get this exact fabric. I won't get this style. And I won't get, look at that headboard. Look at the height of that headboard. You see how tall that headboard is? I won't get that height. Okay. And I won't feel the same way when I lay on it because I didn't make it. The fact that I make this bed, hey, Jesus. The fact that I make this bed, oh, it's everything. So here I am in the room. I'm putting it together. So again, I'm using those brackets and I'm going into each corner and I'm going to get my drill, and I'm using a different bit because those are not even wood screws. So they're for metals, but it works. So if you're going to make this, buy the right one to use for the wood. It works for me. So, and I jump up in the bed. Okay, I do all kind of stuff. Jump on the bed. No more monkeys jumping on the bed, and it works. It has a fall down. Okay. I mean, yeah, so far. So if you want to go buy the screw, you have to buy screw, then buy screw. Me, I'm using what I have. Okay, I already spent enough money. I should have done the maths. I think I'm gonna do how much it cost me and type it also in the pin comment with the measurement. But this bed is not cheap. Not to mention my labor, just the material alone was not cheap. Okay, the fabric, like I say, alone was almost $1,000. And that's what happened when you go to your local store. And I think the reason why Joanne Fabric has this fabric so expensive is because this type of color is what's in. But then again, it has that protective piece on the inside. Very high, thick quality. I just wish you guys could actually see it in person. When I told my coworker how much I paid for the fabric, she said, you got to be kidding. You crazy. I brought it in and showed it to her. She said, okay, mama. I could see. What do you mean? I don't know what's going on with the camera here. For some reason, I put it on some kind of settings where it's zooming me in and out, driving me nuts while I'm doing this voiceover. So I hope I'm not driving you guys nuts because you actually can't even see what I'm doing. So whatever. But what I did, I kind of put up the bed on 2 pieces of wood. You guys could see there to help me brace to know where exactly how high I want this bed to be off the ground. So I use it's 4 inches off the ground. You see how I double those up? Yes. Double them up, so that's how high I know. And then I went to each corner on the inner side and use my little screw there and attach it. Okay, so before you guys start talking, because I know somebody's gonna talk, and I always get those people. I said, I don't know if they don't understand me or they didn't watch the video and or they watched it on mute. Somebody's gonna say, oh, you should put fabric on that part and yada yada yada. Just keep watching, guys. I am gonna just keep watching. This bed is gonna make whole. Okay, that's why it costs me so much money. It's professionally made. Okay, so here I am still going attaching the screws on each side, and we're just bringing them over to that side, and I'm going to do the same thing, repeating history on the other side. Now look, if you guys look carefully, you see how those corners meet nicely, very nice and tight. This is why when you fold the edging of your fabric, you want to make sure it's not bulky and it's neatly stapled down and you don't have excess fabric there, because when you join these pieces of wood, you don't want it to look bulky and ugly. Okay, so that's all I'm saying. So now I have all the pieces on, so I'm going to attach the top. Up top, right up there, see how I have that bulky fabric? I didn't want to touch it yet because I wanted to make sure what I was doing. So I leave it. It says save the best for last. So now that I got to that part, I cut off that excess of fabric and I'm trying to make a nice, neatly fold. I don't want this bed to look like I, Shayna, make it. Okay? Even though I know I am the creator of it. I don't want it to look like so. That's what I'm doing. So you see how I joined that part. Now, again, I'm going to put wings on. So if you guys can't get it nice and tight, don't worry about it. You will get it. So see how I have a little bit of excess of fabric back here, but also I have the 2 by 1 by, what is this? What is this? I think it's 1 by 2 by 2. It's 2 by 2. I've been telling you guys the whole time 1 by 2. If you guys make it this far throughout the video, I'm just now looking at it. It's 2 by 2. Nonsense, I told you. But again, read the description. You will find the real thing there. So how am I going to attach the wing? Somebody's going to ask. I cannot show you guys because I can't move this bed. It's heavy. So that's why I brought the camera and show you guys that piece of wood. So I'm going to attach it from the inner part of the wood. So you see how I put the wings on? So once I do so, I'm going to go on the inner part, and where you see I was showing you the 2 by 2, I'm going to hold that as tight as I can together and try to screw it from the inner part in there. No, that wasn't staying still, so knowing me, I have to go get my clamps. I'm lazy. I could have, I should have just done that since day one. So I hate going up and down the stairs. So I went to the garage, get me one of the clamp, and I'm going to clamp that and hold it together. So if you don't have any help, guys, to help holding this, clamp is your best friend. So you see how I clamp it together now. So life is good. I got to make sure everything line up nice and it looks nice. Then I'm going to take my drill. I'm going to go behind here. Actually, at this point, I'm using 4-inch screw. You can't use the 2.5 because you're going through the two 2 inches wood, and then you have the next almost a one and some change inches, 1 inches. So you want to make sure you're in. So I use, I think, 3 inches. I'm lying. It's not 4 inches, 3 inches. So then I went back there, and all I'm doing back there, you can't see, is that piece of wood that you see I show you just now. I screw from that piece of wood to hold the bed. So then once I did that and hold that first piece, I moved the clamp, and I'm going to keep doing that until I attach the whole thing. You don't have to put 100 screw in it like I did, but I want to make sure this bed is firm. So I didn't, at this point, I'm running out of money. So I said I'm going to make the legs instead of buying the legs. Plus, I have the exact measurement. I may buy legs on Amazon and it's not even the right measurement. They probably don't sell 3-inch legs. They probably don't sell 4-inch legs. So what I do, I use the 2 by 2 And I used 3 pieces of 2x2. I'm showing you guys here. And all I did is create like a triangle with the, see, a triangle. So it's 3 pieces. So I used 2 screws in each side to screw into it. So I'm showing you guys. See, that piece have a piece of metal in there. Don't worry about it. Nobody's going to see it. Okay, please don't tell me the wood have metal. Sorry. That means if you go underneath my bed, if you come in my house and hide under my bed, you're going to get juke. The metal will juke you or scratch you. In America, they say scratch. In Jamaica, we say juke. So see what I'm showing you. So I make the legs. So I did that. So I have that. It's holding. It has I don't even know what the word. I can't even speak. But it's holding it. It has strength, or it has enough to hold the strength of the bed. You see how nice that corner is. So you see what I'm saying. So it's holding it to hold the strength. So I have 2 corners there, and I just do that. And then what I did, I went on top. And what I did, I didn't show you guys on camera. Right around the frame of the bed, I used more 2x2 to build, to screw into the side of the bed, because I'm going to put those slots on, because I'm not going to use a box spring for this bed. I'm making the slot like a box spring and put the mattress on it. So as you guys can see, I'm going from the top there, and I'm using some 2.5 inches screw, and I'm taking that in. So it attached to that piece. So that long piece right there that you can see attached to the siding, I attach it to the siding. Now I'm attaching that underneath. And then I'm going to go in underneath and attach it to the frame. I'm telling you guys, this bed is not going anywhere. I guarantee you this bed can hold 1,000 pounds. It's not going anywhere. Okay? See, I'm showing you, it's not going nowhere. Bed is strong, and I feel really good about it. I'm getting very proud. Just got it to work. I still have my badge on and everything. Can't myself. So you see where I just placed that piece of wood right there? Right. These are 1x3. So 1x3, and that's what I'm using. These are cheap pieces of wood. They were like $3 a piece, but it adds up. It adds up, guys. So you'll see. So originally, I have this piece of wood. Is 4x4. I moved with this from my old house. It was in my shed. That's what I was going to use to make the leg. But then the texture, you see the color and the shade of the wood is 2 different type of wood. So the color was a little brighter. So I didn't like that. So I decided to. That's how I end up making the legs with the 2x2. So I'm showing you guys. Look underneath the bed. You see how I brace that? I have 2 pieces of 2x2 going. Then I also have pieces underneath holding this bed up. Guys, you will never find another bed as strong as if you make your own. So please, I know for those who are going to say I spend all that money to make a bed, it's a waste of time. You will never find a bed this strong. You see the amount of stuff holding this bed up underneath? This bed come with a piece of wood that you have to screw in, and when you screw in it, it fall apart. So if you guys notice at this point, I kind of cut off the excess piece of foam that was on the bottom half of the bed. I didn't want to cut it off until I get to this part, because I wasn't sure what's going on. I've never made a bed before, so I left it for last minute. So all I'm doing here, I'm going through with my screw gun, and I'm just drilling in screws to hold this together. And now I'm gonna do the test. Please do not look at anything here. I like to be comfortable in my own home. So all I'm doing is I'm doing the jump test to make sure it's not gonna break. I'm 150 pounds. It used to be 165. Now I'm 150. So I'm dancing. I'm doing the jump test, and you guys see that this bed ain't going nowhere. Please allow me to be in my PJs and don't judge me. It's my home. I want to be comfortable. You're able to watch the video. Don't worry about it. Okay. So that's it. So now I have everything set there. So that's the box spring. We don't need box spring. I make the box spring. It was still cheaper to make the box spring, but more work. So now I want to make sure there's no excess dust under this bed, because this bed is very low, like the bottom piece from where the frame is. So we got to make sure we sleep good. In Jamaica, they said if you underneath your bed is dirty, you'll dream see ghosts, duppy. We call ghosts duppy. So we got to, in order to get good dream, we got to make sure underneath your bed clean. Where you put in your head has to be clean. So I already sweep this room and mop it. So again, I'm just sweeping for the excess dust. Okay. So now I am going in, and I'm going to use my backing, what they call this, backing fabric or whatever they call it. These are stuff that you put underneath couches and stuff for backing. So I am going in. I got this from Amazon. I bought three package because it was way cheaper. I went up to Joann's Fabric. I drove 30 minutes to go to Joann's Fabric, and the price for these backing was not cheap. Even the lady who worked in the store said, your best bet is to go on Amazon. I did go on Amazon, and I bought 3 packet. I only used 2. The 3 packet was enough. So if you want to copy the exact bed 3 packet, that this is enough. Here's what I didn't do. After doing all of this and do the siding, the bottom piece here that I create, I didn't do the back. I didn't do the back part. But originally I wanted to put the backing on the back part that's leaned to the wall. Man, at this point, this bed is so heavy. I said, you know what? Who's going to see behind the bed? I'm not going to sell this bed anytime soon. I will never sell this bed. It's my bed. So I don't have to put the backing behind there. As professional as I wanted to take it, because I was gonna do that. So I decided to send that one pack back because now I'm hitting close to 2,000 on this bed. I'm like, no, this is too much money. I gotta use my common sense and do this wisely. Did I want to cut corners? No, but it's my bed and nobody's gonna see behind there. But you guys see, I didn't cut corners on this part. So we want to do this to make sure our mattress doesn't fall through. I know somebody's gonna ask me, can I put the mattress on the slat like this? Yes, absolutely you can. But me, I want to make sure because it's close enough. I put them really close. Okay, so I think you can, but I don't want my mattress to be itching on wood. These are cheap wood, or ripping on wood, or I want to be able to move it around nicely when I'm making my bed. I don't want it to stuck, pull, and it is because, like I said, cheap wood, they're not smooth. So I use one side there. So now we're doing the other side, and all I'm doing is just stapling that, and I'm gonna overlap the next piece of backing and staple it to the other side. Nobody's gonna see underneath here, so it's not, don't worry about it. If I'm making this bed to sell, I would probably get the bigger piece. So the bigger piece to do like that. But then I probably would even do that backing because how are you gonna transport it? I probably just make the slat with those screws like how the Allen key like they do when you buy a bed, so they could put those on. So they have to use a box spring. But this I'm making for myself. It was cheaper, like I said, to make the slat versus box spring. So at this, like I said, this point I'm closely hitting 2,000, so I had to use my common sense. So all I'm doing is the back piece there from the fabric that I rip off. I'm just gonna. I could have leave it, but I want to make a bench with that fabric, and this fabric is too expensive to waste. Okay, so I decided to use the backing and staple there. Cut that off right there, rip the foam out to make the bench, and I'm going to use the backing to secure that. And all I'm doing is using my stapler, and I'm just going to go right across. Nothing different from I just did there, and we're going to staple. Staple, staple right across. You're not even going to see that part because the mattress is 14 inches high. So again, you make this according to how you have your mattress. If your mattress is 10 inches, 9 inch, whatever, then you probably want to build it higher or you want to use box spring. And here goes the foreman. She came up to check on me to see what I was doing and how I'm doing. Sometimes she's like, I feel like it's time to go check on her. She said, I haven't heard her or see her. Let me go check on her. So of course she came up wondering what I'm doing. So if you guys are new here, that's Fiona. She's the foreman. So that's what the bed looks like after I got everything done. So now it's time to get this mattress. Again, this mattress is an air mattress with gel and a spring in it as well. Came in a package. I opened it in the other room that I started. That's what I did wrong. I shouldn't have opened it because this thing is heavy. But the struggle is real. But you see that window? That's the window I measure off where I want the bed and how I want the bed. Now, guys, this actually look good just like it is. So you can leave it there if you want. You don't have to take it to the next level as I did. The bed looks perfectly nice just like that. You see how it looks? Amazing. You will never find this in the store. You never know, it's true, you won't. Even if you do, it won't be as good as this is. You see the height? I'm just showing you guys how high it is. It's right underneath my butt, and this is what it looks like. I'm just testing it out, doing the jump test. I'm very proud. I'm feeling very happy. So this is another day. So now we're on to another day. So guys, like I said, that gold piece, I mix a bunch of paint to get that color to match my light. So, and then I put that together. I probably should have shown you guys, but at this point, just got off of work, tired, and I said, today's the day. I have to finish this bed today, this room, this bed. So what I did is I went ahead and I cut the wood and then I used small tacks. Again, I was going to glue it on, but I'm like, but if I want to take it off, what's going to be the problem? But then I didn't want to use the nail gun. Again, I don't know if I'm not doing it right. You guys keep hearing me saying this in my video. I have a brand nail gun, and I also have some nail gun that I use with the compressor. Compressor is heavy, so I usually use that battery held one. Again, when you drill through, it leave like the when you shoot the nail, it does go through, but then it leave like a hole that you have to patch. And I don't want to patch anything. So I use some finishing headless nail, and I put three. I put one on the top there, you see me, one in the middle, and one in the bottom. One on the top and one on the bottom was good enough. So they're headless finishing nails. So you don't need a nail gun to do this. Headless finishing nail. And what I did, I mixed up some more paint, and I was hoping that I would get the right color mixture, because guess what? You will never find this color again. That's how it is when you mix paint. When you mix stuff and you didn't measure it out, you will never find it again. It's custom. No matter how you try to mix again, that's it. So this is what the bed looks like. It's all done, guys. It's all done. I have the leg painted and everything. So now I decided I'm going to give you guys a little treat and showing you guys how I dress it up. So if you're still here with me, you're the real deal. And of course, I love to spray some Febreze and all these things on my bed So of course I want to spray that. So now here I am. I'm using like a mattress cover that I got from Amazon. On the inner side is plastic. I don't have kids and it's me alone, but still I want to protect this mattress, okay? So because my dog sleeps with me. Sorry. She does. She have a bunch of bed, but she sleeps with me. So I decided to put this mattress cover on, and I'm telling you, this bed is saying, this bed is everything. I'm going to be sharing with you guys a full video of the room before when I bought the house and what it looks like now. Is very, I haven't like, I'm amazed. Like every time I do something, I'm amazed with myself. You know, it's like I know I can do it, but I'm just amazed. The room look like a, this video does not do it any justice. I'm telling you, the room look like a magazine, looks like a catalog. Okay, that's my room. So, anywho's, so isn't the bed beautiful though? Look how nice that is. Hey, you could make this bed in a day. I'm telling you. So, I decided to make the bed to give you guys a little treat. So here I am making the bed, putting the sheet on. Nothing crazy. It's just a regular day in life to make a bed. So I am just going and I'm mitering my corners because I want to make sure these look good and look nice. And I want to make sure, you know, everything looks nice. So that's all I'm doing. So again, I know we're all the way to the end of the video. So again, if you're first time here and you like what you see here, please do not leave without hitting that subscribe button and turn your notification bell on so you can be notified every time I upload a video. And if it's not your first time here, thank you guys so much for your continuous love and support, and welcome back. I want to say welcome to all these new people who are coming in and trying to learn me, and I'm trying to learn about them, learn about me, you know, enjoying my video. I really do appreciate you guys. Every click count, every comment count. You guys put a smile on my face. You guys are my friends. You guys are my friends that I don't know, but I communicate with you guys every day, making these videos for put out for you guys. I feel like I know you guys and I'm talking to you guys. If you notice, I never say me. I always say we and our, because I'm talking to you guys and stuff, even though it's just me. So you guys do put a smile on my face. This is just Shayna's world, you know. So here I am, I have a bunch of cushion trying to make this bed look nice. Trying to make this bed look nice. So that's just that. So, and if you haven't checked out my social media page, all the links to my social media page over on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook is going to be in the description box below. So feel free to go ahead and check me out over there too. You know, some of the time I don't post things here, but I post it over there because they're short videos. But yeah, so that's all. So, and also check out my recent videos on how I build that bench. You guys could see that bench in that corner behind me. Probably hard to see, but that's my recent videos. You guys could check that out as well. So this is what the bed looked like once I was done making it. It's absolutely gorgeous. The bed looks so nice. I'm afraid to sleep in it. I'm telling you, I leave the door open. I still haven't slept in this bed yet. I lay on it, but I haven't slept because I want to like finish clean up the master bathroom, and I want to be having the night off. So like, you know, I work nights, so I want to have the night off. So when I finish showering and I give my dog a bath too, because the dog sleep with me, so I want to make sure this dog is clean too. So I get it out of a nice like bubble bath and go in. You know, I have the jacuzzi in my bathroom. After getting beat up by that, and you go right in your bed, turn the fire on. See that fireplace? Make sure you check that video out as well, so I could just enjoy myself. So I'm getting my room ready for Christmas. I'm gonna be having a full tutorial and the tour of what the room looks like before and after. But this video is just for the bed. I just gave you guys a little bit. I feel like if you watch this long, you guys should see how I make the bed. Yeah. So that's how I make the bed. So with all that have been said, I know I talk a lot because you know I can't leave that part out. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn your notification bell on. Therefore, you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Please go ahead and type me and comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the idea of building your own bed versus buying your own, versus buying a bed, versus building versus buying. Let me know your opinion, okay? But at the end of the day, I would love to hear from you, but it really don't matter because at the end of the day, I have no regret building in this bed, okay? So I love hearing from you guys. So type me a comment in the comment section. Share this video out with your friends and family. Go ahead, guys. It doesn't cost anything. Share it. Share it abroad. Share it abroad. Share it local. Share it on your social media page. Share it to your friends. Share it on your WhatsApp. Share it on your Instagram. Share it on your everything. Share this video out so it reach a wider variety and people that know that you can do this, okay? So with all that have been said, you can do all things through Christ who strengthen you. Until next time, be blessed and bye for now.